welcome to Once Upon a Hot Take. I'm your co-host Jordan.
And I'm your other co-host Leah.
Fairy tales are just the beginning. This is the podcast all about, you guessed it, our hot takes on books you love and love to hate.
We are covering everything from fantasy to sci-fi to romance to thrillers. We have a variety of segments we plan to cover, but we keep it loose and fun.
So forget the deep dives. This is a podcast for unfiltered opinions and hot takes from two friends who read too much and talk even more.
Spoilers ahead, mateys! We are discussing all things Chasing Tigers in the Dark, a memoir by Ali Shar. And this is just a reminder that we are mature readers, and in this episode in particular, talking about very mature content. This memoir has a lot of trauma triggers, including rape, sexual assault, incest assault, cancer, death of loved ones, and abusive relationships. So just please be mindful of that. If you are in a place to read and listen about those things, though, whoa, this book and this episode going to be great.
Yeah, so if you have a book rec or hot take that differs from ours, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email at once.upon.a.hot.take@gmail.com and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Once.Upon.a.Hot.Take.
Well, those emails should now go to the place that they're supposed to go, because coming in hot in our cold take segment is Leah's little email blunder. So get a text from Cousin Holly, and she's like, I just tried to send you an email, and this is what happens. And it like bounced back, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, silly Holly, you forgot the in Once.Upon.A.Hot.Take@gmail. And she's like, well, I clicked it from your link tree, and I was like, oh, no. So I had the email wrong in the link tree. So apologies to anyone who has been trying to send us emails via the link tree, and it's been bouncing back. So we look forward to the flood of correspondence that should soon be in our inbox.
I really hope there's just a bunch of emails waiting for us.
I know, just sitting there being like, oh, thank God.
A whole episode on reader or listener emails.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like the minis on My Favorite Murder, like just mini episodes. Oh, yes. One day, Jordan, one day. I do have another cold take, though. Do you have any?
I do have
one.
Okay,
do you want to go for a bit?
Sure,
okay.
I will go. So in our 2025 recap episode, I was talking about Onyx Storm, and I had a name blunder.
Oh, okay. Yes. We're chalking this up to pregnancy brain, though.
Yeah, we are. Poor Zayden. I definitely called him Xander, which is not nearly as good of a name.
No.
So I'm very sorry, Zayden. Yeah. I did get it right halfway through.
It was just one slip. One slip. Yep.
Called
I heard it too, and I think I was like mid-drink, and then by the time I swallowed, the moment had passed, and I was like, it's fine. People are gonna know what we're talking about. Yep. It's fine.
Caught that on the editing of the episode.
And you're like, no.
Well, put that in the cold takes. Yeah. What do you have, Leah?
Okay, so I got another one. So I've got actually two people. One, Holly, this is what Holly wanted to email in on us. And then my coworker, Lindsay. Again, shout out Lindsay. Corrected me on the Matthew McConaughey. Remember when that was my nonverbal reaction to 2025. All right. And I was like, it's from a car commercial. Yes, yeah. Which it is, okay? I swear there's a car commercial with that in there, because I have not seen the movie Dazed and Confused, which is where this line originates. So Matthew McConaughey is like a creepy older guy preying on recent high school graduates, and that's like his line. Like, all right, let's come drink at my trailer or whatever.
What's the movie?
It's Dazed and Confused. It's like is it 90s? I think like a 90s comedian thing. Like they're basically
93.
Like, yep, recent graduates just kind of like, doing basement parties and stuff like that. Oh, and then there's hazing. They haze the incoming, the graduating seniors haze the incoming freshmen into high school, apparently.
Oh, so, wow.
I don't
Okay.
So apologies for that. Thank you for the corrections. Please, if we mess up, email us, really, because it works now. So
and we do check our email.
We do, yeah. And we've got a nice email signature now, too. So we're very professional.
Yeah. So email us and you'll get to see that signature.
Right. Well, I have our general hot take question today. Jordan, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Oh, okay. Mr. I'll make a man
me too!
out of you.
Yes! I'm never gonna get my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Boys I flew in school for cutting jam. I could literally do. These boys are scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Man, I really wish that I knew how to swim. Be a man, you must be. All right, we could do the whole thing. We could do the whole thing. I even got when they got the bow staff and they crashed the pots. Like I know exactly when that happens and when to do it in my reenactment of it. Yes, so you're right. This might be the first hot take that we've ever agreed on. So if you don't think that's true, send us an email.
Yes.
We'll clap back at you. That's the only right answer.
Yeah.
But have you seen the live action one?
No, I'm too nervous.
Me too. I'm scared they're going to ruin it. And
yes.
oh man, I also have a confession. So Shang is like, he was like one of my first like character crushes.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100%.
Grandma makes it obvious that he should be at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She confirms that you are feeling the right thing.
Yeah. You are feeling the right thing.
No, the other thing with the live action is there's no music.
Oh yeah, and this is like
makes the movie.
And I did hear they just cut out Mushu. He's not even a character.
So
what are you doing?
A lot of things,
where's the comedic relief? What's happening?
There's a lot of things that just didn't pique my interest there. Yep. So I'm just avoiding.
Same. Yeah.
It lives in a special place in my heart.
Yeah, you can't top it, literally.
No.
I think they even made like a Mulan 2, but those are never good.
I did start it. I had DNF.
Yeah, same. Didn't even
so
try.
cringy. It was so cringy. I was like, no.
How do they do that? How do they mess up so badly? Like, why can't they not get a good sequel?
The focus was in the wrong area.
But I mean, in general, like Disney sequels are not good. You know?
Yeah.
They're not good.
I don't think they put enough effort
into
it.
Maybe the Toy Story franchise could be a one where they're okay.
Frozen,
yeah, you're right, Frozen. So the later ones maybe. But like, didn't they do... They didn't do Cinderella too, did they? I don't know. Yeah, like some of the originals, you got to leave the OGs the OGs. They're just they're perfect. You can't touch it.
Yep.
And you shouldn't.
It's the best one.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jordan, tell us what we're talking about today.
Okay, we are talking about Chasing Tigers by Ali Shah. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned for an interview at the end of the episode that we had with her. We had a truly lovely chat with her and are so excited to share it with you all. We probably will be referencing some of the interviews throughout the episode, but please stick around and listen to it.
She is like genuinely one of the best people I've ever met. She is so kind and sincere and just adorable. Like I was still thinking about this interview like days later. I was like, she's just such a lovely human being.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We awesome. Share her sentiment. She sent us a thank you email that said she wished we lived closer so we could get coffee together. Yes! And I could not agree more.
Yeah.
So absolutely. We had the best time with her.
Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that because that's awesome.
Okay.
Whew. All right. Nonverbal reaction. Start us off, Jordan.
I don't know if this counts as nonverbal, but bravo.
Oh, that's like a lot of what mine is. I go, girl, yes. Like this book got me righteously mad and fired up over all the injustice and all the predators that she had to overcome and just all of like, pardon my French, the shit that she had to deal with in her life. But she comes out so much stronger with such a beautiful attitude. And not only that, but then she like shares it with the rest of us. And it's just so heartwarming and just lovely.
Yes.
Just lovely.
Absolutely. So why this pick, Leah?
Well, okay, so back when we were a baby podcast and first started our Instagram account, Allie was like one of our first followers. I don't know if we followed her, she followed us. I don't know the whole timeline of things, but she was the very first author that connected with us on Instagram and reached out and let us know that she's got a re-release of her memoir coming out in March. And she was like, would we be interested in covering that for the podcast and doing an offer interview? And I was like, okay, yes. Like cool. Like Jordan, a real author wants to talk to us. Yes. So we like agreed. And we set it up, obviously for January. And I will say I was very nervous for picking up a book with like a memoir with all of these different triggers and traumas in it. And I was like, oh boy, what are we getting ourselves into here? But I was so glad I did. Like this book is so good and it's so beautiful. And it's such an excellent reminder of like, we just don't ever know what someone is going through. They might look great and fine on the outside, but like, you just got to be kind to people because you don't know what's happening.
Nope, you absolutely do not. Yeah, Allie's book is very inspirational.
Oh, yeah.
And just, she's such a lovely person.
Oh, she so is. She so is.
And that absolutely transpires on the page. Mm-hmm. So pick this book up.
For real. Like, yeah, like for real.
Yeah. Okay. So
hit us with the summary, Jordan.
Yes, the summary. So Chasing Tigers is a memoir about Allie's life. She has not only found a way to survive the many challenges and attacks thrown at her, but has used these experiences to change and better her daily life. Throughout her story, she is incredibly raw and vulnerable while maintaining a balance of strength and positivity. Throughout her story, she provides methods of making each day count. She leans into her Christianity. She hopes by sharing her story that she will help others in similar situations as her, either currently going through something or struggling to face things in their past, to find the strength and courage to be warriors and improve or even save their lives.
Oh, for real.
And as Leah mentioned, she does has the re-release coming out in March that includes an additional chapter.
Which is just beautiful too. That chapter just like really ties it all together in a bow. It's so great. And I really love too how personal and raw and vulnerable she is. And she shares like what worked for her in the hopes that maybe that will help someone else. Like she genuinely wants to help people who are going through trauma or who maybe know someone who's going through trauma, and just she gives some of those real life applications and like steps towards healing. And it's so beautiful. Like she doesn't focus on the negative. It's such a positive thing. It's just, it's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Are those your overall thoughts, Leah?
No, I got more with that.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, why don't you keep going then?
My heart just, like she is just, like we said, such a genuine, kind human being. I love the positive message that she has. I love that she, like you said, leans into her Christianity. But even if you're not Christian, I think this book is still going to resonate with you because she's not beating you over the head with any platitudes or anything like that. She's not like, well, I just sucked it up and it got better. Like she just gives some real raw advice. It was so powerful, so inspirational. Her recapping of the trauma too was not like gratuitous. Like there was no graphic detail. It didn't make me uncomfortable. She just kind of was matter of fact. Like, here is what happened to me.
Yep.
Obviously it's not fun to read about someone else's trauma, but she wrote it in such a way that like I could totally like sympathize with her plight. And it was not, the trauma was not the main focus. Like I was a little worried when I picked it up that it was just going to be like, and then all these bad things happened to me and my life sucked. And that was not it at all. Like she just took such a positive spin on it. And it really, like, it seems weird to say, but this is an uplifting book for sure.
Yeah.
Amidst all the bad that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this book definitely has the potential to open up past trauma in your life if you haven't processed that fully. Mm-hmm. So maybe just, Leah gave us the trigger warning up top, but again, be prepared for if you do have things in your life that you're either working to come to terms with or haven't come to terms with, or even if you have, this book is very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she talks about that too a little bit in the interview too. One of the questions is like, what advice would you give to someone who's still working through that trauma? And she had a great response to that. So this book, I think this book would really help.
Yeah, but she's very gifted in her ability to focus on the positive.
Oh, yes.
And she's really worked hard to like process the traumas in her life, and it's palpable on the page.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Yeah. Yep. And she talks more about that too on the interview. We're like, are you just like super positive or what? And she, kind of explains how that came to be, which is so cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm describing my read. I read it on Kindle, and I actually regret, I wish I would have had the physical copy of the book, because there were some pictures that she referenced, and they didn't translate over into my Kindle version that I had. So I wish I would have. Yeah.
Is that what was going on?
Yes.
I also read it on Kindle. Yep. Okay, shoot.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm bummed, but...
When the re-release comes out, we'll buy a copy.
We'll snag that. Yep. Yeah. Because we are eventually, you guys, going to have a bookshelf of all our books that we've covered on the pod.
Oh, yes.
A trophy shelf somewhere.
I forgot to tell you. Oh. I also have my mom look in here. I said, we need some bookshelves. And she said, yes.
Oh, yay, good.
So she's working on that.
The podcast room is coming along.
Yeah, my father-in-law's going to put in a light for us. We are making progress.
Yeah, it's getting really real.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I also read this on Kindle. I already said that. Okay. Character analysis.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought it was really sweet that Doug wrote a poem for her, and then the poem was published. Like,
that was so
that's
cute.
Adorable.
That was super cute. Obviously, like, this book is surrounded. What am I?
Surrounded, focusing on.
It's focused on Allie's life.
surrounding
Allie
us.
is the main
She's the
character.
central, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the central character.
Yes, and we love her. She is
Yes.
one tough cookie. Like, she reflected on everything, too, with such grace and dignity. And I'm sure in the moment, you know, or in the after effects, she didn't feel strong and graceful. But in her recapping of it, like, she just does such a good job at being like, yeah, this happened to me, and it was bad.
Yep.
And it was not great in my life. But now I am moving forward, and here's what I've learned. And she just,
And she, like, had
constantly
these
focuses
little,
on that.
like, life lesson number.
Yes, that was so sweet. I loved that.
I
Yep.
can't remember how many there are in
Like
total.
each chapter kind of
Yes.
was like, okay, here's the lesson, and then here's how my life
Yeah.
reflects that lesson. I loved how that was
the
organized.
story, was really broken down, like, by chapter. Here's what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little life lesson. And here's how to use that life
here's how to be
lesson.
practically and applicate this
Yes.
to your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention too, on the re-release, the new chapter, she ties in this TIGER's acronym and like how to kind of work through that healing. And it's so cool. She talks about it in the interview, but I just love it because there's a tiger motif all throughout the story. And she references different like tiger themes throughout, and so that was really nice that she was then able to take that theme and like turn it into an acronym for healing. So
Yeah.
super cool, super crafty, and
Yes.
clever.
Okay, the other character I wanted to bring up was her husband, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that she found a very loving and nurturing marriage after everything she's been through, which is fantastic for her. Seems like a really great fit. Kevin's a very central part of her life and her story. And he just seems like an incredible life partner.
Yeah.
So
Happy.
good for you, Allie.
Yeah, got a good one. Yes, absolutely.
And their combined household with 7 children.
Yeah,
Who
crazy.
are all... she said she's an empty
She's an empty nester, so they've all flown free.
Which is, I can't imagine. That must be a really quiet household after that.
Oh my gosh, yes, for sure. Like Brady Bunch situation, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so my character cocktail that I've crafted for Allie is a specialty coffee drink with sprinkles and whipped cream and excellent like syrup add-ons, and maybe one of the new like Starbucks protein lattes. You know, just get a little extra in there. Those are good, by the way, if you haven't had any yet. Because Allie talks about in the book she's a big like fancy coffee. Well, was a big fancy coffee drinker. Now she's like that's kind of an occasional treat. So we love that.
Yes. Oh, yes. I think, and she really loves raspberry coffee things.
Yeah,
so.
she had her go-to was like at Caribou Coffee, like a raspberry mocha,
white
chocolate mocha
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we went out before this recording and got our fancy coffees too.
Yes, we did. In honor of Allie.
Yes.
I got a vanilla latte. Or no, that was a lie. A vanilla cappuccino.
That was a lie. Oh, I haven't had a good cappy in a while. Yeah, I just got a plain latte. I'm getting like a little bit into like plain lattes now. Like they're pretty good.
That's a crazy take.
I do like the caramel lattes too, but like the other day I had one. It was like too much sugar. So I was like, let's just try a plain one.
Oh,
I don't like it. So
there you go. Good for you.
yeah.
Okay, highs and lows.
Hi, I just love, like I said before, the tiger motif. The writing style too just felt so personal, so real, like a conversation.
Yes.
And also, I can't believe she held a real baby tiger. Like what?
Yeah. What? Also, a real tiger peed on her.
Yeah. These are real stories, people.
Yeah.
Real. Oh,
Very
it's wild.
crazy. Yeah, she definitely has led in a very traveled life.
Yeah, she was an opera singer, you guys. A real life opera singer.
Yeah,
Oh!
she's
fascinating. Like just her life story is fascinating.
Yeah, she's a 3-octave opera singer. I told my husband that, and he, as we've talked about, Steven's a secret singer.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my gosh, that's impressive."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we should have had her do some opera for us.
I did think about that. I was like, "Do we ask her to sing?" No.
Next time.
Yeah. Be prepared, Allie.
Yeah. I'm coming, Allie girl. I also just loved all the positive practical advice with specific examples. Like, she shares her story too in a way that does not feel preachy, does not feel disingenuous, like, and she doesn't spend too much time in the nitty-gritty of the trauma. She just kind of calmly recaps it, but then spends a lot more time unpacking the feelings and the reactions and the coping methods of how she healed and how she learned from it and how that could help you, reader, in whatever you're going through. Like, it was so well done. Like, I just loved it.
Yep. Yeah, because she just like really focused on the positivity and like how she bettered her life. So yeah.
And like the steps that she gives too is so like practical.
Very
it's
practical.
not like, oh, just don't think about it. Like, okay, everyone knows that that's the answer, but how do you do that? Like, she really like walks you through some daily steps that you can do. This is what worked for me. Try this with you. Here's another way you could try this. Like, it was really, really practical.
Yeah. One thing that really resonated with me was her morning routine.
Yeah, like that. I love that.
Yeah. She talked about how she would be like really rushed in the morning and not giving herself enough time. And
I feel that.
Oh, like that's my life. So I was like, maybe I should try this. She basically, her goal was to spend 30 minutes of intentional time in the morning through with her Christianity and like some private quiet time with God.
Yep.
So, but she even talked about, she's like, just doing that cold turkey is tough. So she's like, I just started with 5 minutes a day. And then I bumped it up and went in 5-minute intervals until she hit her goal. I was
like, so practical and so smart. It could work. Like,
yes, exactly. I was like, well, it would be super nice to not be incredibly rushed in the morning and feeling like my day is already behind because I didn't get out of bed on time.
And if you just start the day with that like positive mantra and mindset too, like think of how much better your day would go. Like your brain is so powerful. Like, if you can get it to do, like, it's going to be fine. We're going to have a great day. Here's how I've already set this up for myself. Like, that's so key.
Yeah. Meditation is so impressive to me.
I know. I can't do it. I can't sit. Well, that's because I probably tried to sit down and do it for the 20 minutes. I should start with 2 minutes and go from there.
Yes, like finding that clear headspace. Oh my gosh.
Right.
And not getting distracted
and the whole,
by a million things.
Acknowledge the thought and let it go. How do you do that? How do you not just ruminate on the thought? I would need work.
Yes. Same, Leah. So much work. So much work. I feel like we relate in that matter where it's like, I don't like a quiet moment.
No. Samesies.
I like always something in the background.
There's a podcast going. There's a song going. Yep.
There's the even just like I have the TV on when I'm doing dishes or I'm cooking.
I gotta sleep with a white noisemaker. I can't sleep in silence.
Okay. We have a really bad habit. We watch TV when we go to bed at night. I know.
Shame.
I know. It's so enjoyable though.
I know. There is something about like just being in bed with the TV on.
Oh yeah, it's so cozy.
Yeah. Another thing, she read and loved Twilight, which is like all of her books have just like intertwined with each other, not intentionally, which is so
I
cool.
forgot about that.
I mean, we were just meant to podcast, Jordan. Like, this is just fate telling us that this was meant to be. So.
She has a whole chapter dedicated to Edward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I love. Oh, it totally caught me off guard. I was like, what are the chances?
Yeah. Like reading that too. I was like, no way.
Yeah. That was funny. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. What do you have for a best scene?
Yeah. So I just kind of her whole, like, don't settle advice. Like, don't hang with the wrong guy because you're scared of being alone. Like, that I feel like way too many women, myself included, back in the day, have done that. Like, it's better to be in this bad relationship and be together than it is to be alone and be scared and not ever find someone. Like, if you see that writing on the wall, the writing on the wall doesn't go away.
Yep.
It took me a long time, like with my college boyfriend, to figure that out. And then I was like, oh, this isn't going to change. Like, this is kind of fundamentally here.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not going to fly.
Nope.
So yeah, that's your sign to deuces and get out of there.
Yeah. She has a whole chapter on her dating life in Washington, D.C. post 9/11.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
Yeah. There's some, I found it like very interesting how the men fit into different like categories, like the bus boys that she met, and then like
I forgot about that. Oh yeah,
it was
that was fun to read.
Yeah. Okay, my favorite part was when she talked about falling in love with New Orleans when she went down to. It was like an application to get into grad school for their opera program or something.
Yeah.
And it was one day. She flew down in the morning, had her opera interview, managed to meet some other students, found roommates, and flew back home.
I was like, that's so impressive.
In one day, she found roommates. I was like, what is happening? Yeah. Could not believe that. Truly unbelievable. But like, her talking about falling in love with the city, like literally, like it was like love at first sight with a city, which I just love that. The like, whatever it is that's drawing you to that.
We just feel that connection.
It was the food and the culture and the music. Like she just knew she wanted to be there. How incredible. Right. That's such a hard feeling to come across. So to just be like, I am going to pack up my life, move across country.
Right. And it feels right.
Yes. Yeah. And not like scary and like, oh, what am I doing? Right. Is this the right choice? Oh my
Should
God.
I be here or not? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how she had that in her. She's so brave.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
Like a little free spirited in that sense where I was not like that at all.
Nope.
When it came time for school, my parents and I toured Eau Claire together and they were like, are you going to go here next year? And I was like, I mean, I guess I have to, right? And they're like, yeah, kind of. And it was always like they had to push me out of the nest. I was not one that was like, let me go.
Yeah, I want to be free.
No, no, not at all.
Same.
So
yeah, I went to college in my hometown. Like I didn't leave.
Oh, it's so tough. So
for real.
Allie, I don't know how you did that.
Props, girl.
Yep.
I have a quote too. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought that was good.
So I'm not comfortable with solitude.
Solitude is the yeah. You're not rich yet in that.
I'm not
You gotta
rich
get
in
used
solitude.
to yourself. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the whitewater rafting with her Bible study crew.
Oh Lord.
And then she moons them getting pulled back. It's so relatable. It's so relatable. Oh my gosh. Thank you for putting that story in there, Allie. That was good. That made me laugh.
That honestly, she talks about her fear of water.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest fears is like drowning
Yeah.
in like water-based situations.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit like, just getting tight reading this chapter. I don't know how good I'm feeling about this.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That was amazing.
Awesome. Okay. I have a question for Hot Take Debate.
Good, me too. Okay, let's hear yours.
Okay. This is kind of like just a general question. So your thoughts on seafood. Allie references it a fair amount throughout the story. Like every time she talked about food, it was always some kind of seafood-based dish.
Sure.
So it definitely stood out to me. Is this something that you enjoy, Leah?
I like seafood. I like shrimp. I like salmon. I like fish. I like fish fries. I've had like mahi. I am like when we go down to like Alabama or Florida or on the coast anywhere, like I am a little nervous to try like the swordfish or like what's some of those other big ones down there?
Crawdads in Louisiana.
No. Yeah, I would be a no on that. I think just the creepy.
What about like lobster or crab?
I love lobster and crab. Yep.
What about scallops?
Not so much.
Okay.
That's like a weird texture kind of to me.
Okay.
So I'm like a hit or miss, you know. I'm not like seafood. Bleh,
oysters?
But I'm not like Paul keeps wanting me to try oysters. He loves oysters and I don't know, haven't done it.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm kind of like a pretty big pass on seafood.
Oh. One of those people. Okay.
And it's not from there's certain things I like. There's certain fish I do like absolutely love. Like salmon I love.
Yep, salmon's good.
Most of like the whitefish.
Sure, like
type
tilapia.
Fish. Yeah.
Yep. Bless you.
Thank you. But like shrimp, lobster, crab, can't do it.
Oh, okay.
I have tried, and I still to this day, I always try it if it's offered to me.
Oh,
Because
that's good. That's a good attitude. Yeah.
I'm like, what am I missing here? Why is everyone obsessed with shrimp? I can't quite figure it out, but I still try it every time.
Good.
Yeah.
That's like Kelsey. She hates seafood. And we, one time for someone's birthday, did the chef's table at Play Bistro.
Oh.
And that's like $250 a seat or whatever. And you get like a 6-course meal. And like 3 of those courses were fish. And she was like, oh no.
Oh my God, that would suck.
So I think she had a lot of wine that night.
Hey, you know what? They got a great wine selection there.
Yeah, they do.
That's so funny. I didn't know they had a chef's table there.
Yeah. It is divine. I've gone like 3 times, I think.
What?
It's been amazing. Yeah. For like birthday parties and stuff. Like people are inviting me to these things. I'm like, okay. I want to try it at, what's over here? Chives. Chives has a chef's table, I think.
What?
Yeah, I think so. We should do it one time.
We should.
Yeah, okay.
I've never done a chef's table
Oh,
before.
you feel very fancy.
See, and that's a situation, if I'm given the fish, I'm going to eat it.
Well, you got to try it. Yeah. Because you might not know. Yeah.
Even if I don't, it's not that I'm repulsed by fish.
That's good.
It's just never
just
something
not
I'm
your,
like,
let
oh,
me have
I
that."
need it. If I'm not, it's not like my go-to on the menu, but I'm going to eat it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
What's your hot take debate?
My hot take debate, and I think we've talked about this maybe in the Twilight episode, but do you believe in soulmates? Because Allie talked about how her second husband was like, yep, that was my
I couldn't
soulmate.
remember. Did she use the word soulmate or kindred spirit?
Cannot remember.
Okay.
Now that you're questioning me on this, I am going to
Either way,
defer.
it's the same concept.
Right,
I can't
right.
remember what she referenced it as, but throughout she did say how she thinks that there are, because she talked about her high school boyfriend
Yep.
being also one of these. I think it was kindred spirits.
Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah.
I think that's what she said. But she said that there's multiple of them out there, so it's just finding them.
Yep.
And I do believe in that.
Yep, me too. That was totally my attitude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like there's not just one person for everyone.
Right. And if you get it wrong sucks. No.
Yeah.
I don't. Yep.
that
Same.
doesn't seem right. There's way too many people in the world
Right.
for you to only have
Just have
one.
one chance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think that, but like, yes, I do think there's like that multiple people who you are going to be a really great match with.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay. Well, we're on the same page
All
there.
right. Hit me up with your surprise question.
Okay.
Because I don't have one. So.
It's basically the same thing as hot take debate.
Oh,
but
okay.
I mean, like in the spirit
Yeah.
of question.
Sure.
So Allie talked to us about some public speaking events that she's done. The largest being she spoke to 2 audiences of 5,000 each.
Yeah.
So 10,000 people at like one event.
Yeah.
So, but like split into 2 sessions.
But still.
Could you ever speak to an audience of 5,000 people? You have that like personality,
Yeah.
that teacher side of you.
Yeah. So I think I could. But I think I would be hella nervous, like right in the beginning.
Would you throw up beforehand?
No, not that bad. No. But like, so I like read at church, right?
Yeah.
And the first time I did it, I like did it and I was like looking around. I was like, there are a lot of people looking at me right now. And then like the third time that I did it and I was fine. So now I go up and I was like, it's not a big deal.
Because your church is big, though.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not like
pretty
you're
big.
getting up in front of like 70 people.
No, there's probably like 100, 200 there.
I would guess at least 200
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, I drew on my like teaching strength. I was like, I talk in front of people all the time. Granted, they're high school kids, and if they're judging me, who cares? But like, yes, it is a different story when you are in front of adults. But
Yes.
I think I could do it. I think I'd be very nervous. I'd absolutely have my notes. Like I wouldn't just go up there and be like, hey everybody, I'm gonna talk to you with no plan. Like that would never happen. But yeah.
Okay.
So I think I could, but I'd be nervous. You?
I don't think I have that in me. I feel like public speaking is just maybe if I was exposed to it a little bit more,
Yeah.
but the most speaking I do is in front of like 5 to 10 people on a work call.
Yep.
I just don't have like a ton of exposure to
Sure.
for me, and even that I'm like, oh, who's in my audience? Am I a little bit nervous?
Yep.
I am not a public speaker. That is just not.
And that's okay.
in my
We don't all have
strength.
to be, you know?
No,
Yep.
no. So I think I would have a very hard time. I mean, could I actually do it? Yes.
Right.
Would I throw up both before and after? Yes.
For sure.
Would I sleep the night before? No. Would I maybe need a glass of wine before? Maybe.
And then barf it right up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's move to our Harry Potter legendary location scale / hype meter. So we can rank this as a Hogwarts, which means masterpiece, place you want to return again and again, true classic, no flaws. The Burrow is next down, a heartwarming and magical experience, a book that feels like coming home, maybe a little messy, but full of charm. The next one is Diagon Alley, a bit crowded, a few things didn't quite work, but you can find some real gems here. Privet Drive is not an easy read. It's a bit dull. You're just waiting for the magic to happen. Or Azkaban, the truly punishing experience. It's a chore to get through and has you feeling utterly drained by the end. Where are you clocking it?
The Burrow.
Me too.
Yeah.
The heartwarming part just, got it me right
Absolutely.
off the bat.
And it is a magical experience.
Yeah.
And it's full of charm. Yeah.
Yep.
Classic, very solid, The Burrow.
Yep. Absolutely.
Which clocks in with Goodreads. Goodreads has it at 4.1 stars with 21 ratings.
So my Goodreads review was, this was such a powerful story. Allie has experienced so much hardship in her life, but through reflection, prayer, and time, she's been able to process it and share her advice for others who are going through their own struggles. I really appreciated how authentic she was. And for those scared that a memoir of a survivor is going to be too much of a downer, I encourage you to pick up this book because she focuses way more on the healing and how to help others work through their past. I was pleasantly surprised about how much I enjoyed it because memoirs usually aren't my thing, but Allie was such a ray of hope and positivity that she had me inspired by page 1.
Beautiful. You're so much better at Goodread reviews. I just throw a star.
I've had to do it for a while because like kids will come ask me like, what did you think about this book? And I'll go look at my Goodreads and I gave it a 3 and I'm like, I read this book 5 years ago. I don't remember. So like I have to do it for me now. So then I get a little good at it.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense, Leah.
Yep.
Maybe I'm gonna have to start doing that.
I think you might, yeah. And then so we
Well-
won't keep buying books that we've read already.
Yeah. We will check Goodreads prior to any book purchases.
Now that you know, it will do your page count
Yeah.
for you too.
I was just gonna say, is this another cold take we're coming in with? Leah has since informed me how to get my statistics.
Yep, to do what they're supposed to do.
So
For any listeners out there, you can't just mark a book as read. You have to have it currently reading on a date.
Yep.
And then end reading on a date. And then it catalogs it. Okay, you read
But
this in
then
2026.
The problem was I was doing that, but my problem was I was taking it off of the red shelf and putting it on my own 2025 red
Okay,
shelf.
no, you let it go to the red, and then you can also shelve it in a shelf that you've created.
Yeah.
It can be in two places at once.
See, that's why I didn't know you could do that. And so I was like,
oh my gosh, manually doing it?
yeah, every
What
time.
a loser.
Oh my God. Wow.
It's still just too funny. You're sitting here with your calculator.
I
I am flame. Doot, doot, doot. I can't get over it.
Okay, well,
I love it.
enough of the Goodreads.
All right,
We're
yeah.
going to get it this
We're
next
gonna get
year.
it. We're gonna get it.
This
We're
next
gonna
year,
get it.
it's going to be like
French kiss. Yes.
Okay, so recommending this too. There's Leah. Could you read your trauma trigger warning for me one more time?
Oh, yes. So people who, let me scroll back up to it. There we go. People in particular who have had a lot of trauma triggers, including rape, sexual assault, incest assault, cancer, death of a loved one, and abusive relationships.
Yeah. So if any of these traumas are happening in your life or someone's life or someone in your life that they're dealing with this, I think it's a great perspective to gain. So highly recommend if you're going through it or a support person to help someone going through these. I think there's a lot of really great positive views on all of these topics.
Yep.
Also, anyone that's struggling with their Christianity and looking to rekindle a relationship with God. She really focuses in on that throughout the book. Like that's a through line for her in her life. And it was really beautifully done and wasn't like slap you in the face, beat you over the head, Bible thumping stuff. Like it was just like very
So
practical, very beautiful. Yeah, like you said, very beautiful. Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah. Anyone who needs help healing from trauma, or like you said, if you haven't experienced significant trauma, you still could benefit from it because it just reminds you everybody is going through their own personal struggle. You do not know what someone is internally struggling with. And it's just such a reminder, like, just be kind, it doesn't cost you anything to be nice to someone.
Right.
And I think your friend Laura would like it. And then you also said my sister Laura would also like it. So if your name is Laura, you better pick this book up.
Yes.
All right, let's chat about the cover design. What do you think?
Oh, Allie, she looks like a total baddie.
Dude, yes, that was such a good picture. She's all like,
Oh, her hair,
so good. Yeah.
perfect. Oh, her hair is gorgeous. Makeup point.
Yep. Yep. I wore a nice bright lipstick too in honor of Allie because she wore a nice red when we were chatting. I love it.
Cute. Mm-hmm. Oh, love it.
Yeah. Me too. No, it's gorgeous, beautiful, perfect. Love the orange like hues in it too, which ties in with the tigers nicely. Just so well done.
Yep. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think
we did it.
Okay. So remember, stick around for the interview. We're going to do our regular closing, and then the interview will come after that.
Mm-hmm. Hang around.
So what are your thoughts on our hot takes? Let us know at Once.Upon.A.Hot.Take@gmail.com or on Instagram or TikTok. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's episode, go and leave us a review and give us a follow so more book lovers can find our show.
Yes, please. Speaking of book lovers, that's going to be our next title that we are covering. Book Lovers by Emily Henry, live. Yeah, you heard that. At the Attic Coffee Shop in Green Bay. It's also a used bookstore. That's going to be on Sunday, February 8th around 10 a.m. So come down and support us. Have a great, delicious coffee. Peruse some used books. This is our first live show, so we really don't know what it's going to look like. It'll be live on Instagram too, so if you want to tune in that way, you can. Yep. They do have a lot of fun coffee drinks. And remember, fairy tales are just the beginning. So unplug for a bit and dive into the next adventure with us. If you have any book suggestions, we would love to hear from you. Hit us up.
Goodbye.
Bye. Yay. Okay. Well, welcome to our super exciting author segment where we are interviewing Allie Shaw, author of Chasing Tigers in the Dark. Allie, would you mind introducing yourself to us?
Yes, absolutely. As you said, I'm Allie Shaw. I am the author of Chasing Tigers in the Dark, and I'm delighted to be with you this evening.
Yay.
We're so excited to chat with you.
We are.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
So we found Allie, we met Allie through Instagram. It turns out Allie was when we were just starting. Somehow, I don't know, we followed her, she followed us. I don't know who started who, but she was actually the very first author that ever reached out to us and was like, hey, I wrote this book. I would love to be a guest. And we were like, oh, we can have guests on our podcast. Wow, that's really cool and exciting. So we are very grateful, Allie, for you to reaching out for us for that. And so we're super happy to have you as our second author interview. You weren't our initial one. We got our feet wet with someone else, but you were the first one that reached out to us. So we are really excited to talk to you about your whole memoir and the whole writing process and all of that good stuff.
Oh, I'm excited to talk to you guys and support your passion project here. This is really cool. I love it.
Oh, thanks. It's been super fun. We've been having a blast with it. Mm-hmm. And it's also opened up the door for people to talk books with me in my life who I didn't know were readers. So it's been really fun.
Did you guys know that the statistic for people that read for fun is 16%?
It's something. Yeah, it's definitely noteworthy. People should be reading.
I know.
I did not know that.
And the thing that shocks me too is there's all this data on, you should really read at night instead of scrolling, and it can really improve your sleep. And yes, so anything we can do to boost that statistic, let's do it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. My English teacher heart is just singing. Students, are you listening? Actually, don't listen.
Yeah. That's right. You got to be real on this. You don't want your students to hear you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you start us off, Allie, with talking to us a little bit about how long it took you to write this memoir?
Yeah. So my memoir was my pandemic passion project. So, the kids were busy with their online education, which everybody remembers so fondly or not. And my role with our business was changing because of, social distancing mandates. So I had to kind of, I did some interviewing from home, some remote interviewing for a management team, but I really was kind of uncomfortable in the quiet, to be quite honest. The quiet provided a space for me to confront several very distressing secrets that, not even really my husband knew about. So, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, but that book catapulted out of me like fire.
It knew it needed to come out.
Yes, it was the time and place for it.
It really was. And, it was structured like one story per chapter. So, it it started as a therapeutic exercise, but then ultimately, I realized it could be a tool to help other
Totally.
people. So, yeah, so it took me pretty much the entire pandemic to write it. So,
Wow. I'm curious, what was the first story that you wrote about?
oh gosh, probably the cancer story, like the diagnosis and the whole process through that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was coming up, I think it was on my 15th anniversary of being cancer free. So that felt like a good time to, talk about that and to spread some hope around that. Cause, I knew a lot of people that were struggling with their own chronic health situations or even cancer. So it felt like a good time to mention that.
Well, just on top of all the COVID crap too. So,
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
good point. Yes.
That was very unbelievable, really. 19 years old and getting that kind of diagnosis. I'm shocked that you graduated on time. Like, that's crazy impressive
no
after
kidding.
taking off an entire semester to battle through that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think I was just ready to get back to real life, to get back to, all the things that I had set into motion before, I had to take a break. So I was ready.
Totally. Oh my gosh, I believe it. But still, what an accomplishment. And to not let that keep you from attaining your degree and even like going on and getting additional degrees. Very, very impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So talk to us more about the writing process, because you have a new edition. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah. So my publisher, which is an independent publisher, partnered with Simon & Schuster over the last couple of years to be a distribution partner. And so they are basically re-releasing their entire library. Oh. And so it felt like a good time because I had an additional story that I really wanted to tell. And I always felt like the first edition felt kind of unfinished. There were a lot of questions at the end of that. And since, I finished writing that, I've moved on to fiction. And so I kind of wanted to stop talking about myself. And I wanted to kind of be able to, make that story feel more complete. I wanted people to, kind of have a game plan for healing, should they decide to adopt some of the things that I mentioned in the book. So, yes. So that was kind of how that came to be. Within the last, 6 months, I added that other chapter, and we're going to print March 3rd. So it's good
Yay!
stuff.
Oh, that's so
Very exciting.
Yeah, we're excited.
So you're getting into fiction writing. How's that going?
It's going great. It's kind of an interesting story. So I was in New Orleans promoting my first book, like the first edition. And I was down there. I went to Loyola down there. And so I was at an event, and a friend that, I'd known for several years was involved with this charity down there that works with human trafficking and recovery and rehabilitation of victims of human trafficking. And so it was the strangest thing. This idea started percolating, and, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then as the tour went on, I just started kind of making some notes, and then it just kind of came together. But that was a much longer writing process. So I have a 2-book contract for the fiction project, and that comes out in September and then the following September. So 2026 and 2027.
Oh,
but
man.
It took a lot longer because I didn't have any idea what I was doing. This wasn't like, writing my own story. There are a lot of other components that go into writing fiction. And so it's been a learning process, but I'm grateful that I have a great partner that is helping me through that with this new publisher. So it's exciting.
That.
Yeah.
So when you are writing, do you sit down and do you have like a set, like, okay, I'm writing from 10 to 11 every day and I'm going to write, 2,000 words today, or is it more just kind of ebb and flow and you go with what you feel? So
with the memoir, so when the kids were online learning, I was writing or I was interviewing, but it was mostly writing. And so it felt like, okay, this is very structured time. You know, I'm gonna get this done today. You know, like you said, maybe it's 2,000 or 3,000 words a day. But with the fiction project, you know, I was juggling traveling and promotion and was still working for our company. So that was a much slower process. But I tried not to put too much pressure on myself. I tried to look at it as something fun. You know, ultimately, you know, it was inspired by a social justice movement that I really want to fundraise for. And eventually that's what's going to happen. But if I rushed it, if I pushed it, then it wouldn't have felt authentic. And, you know, they probably wouldn't have picked it up, honestly. So,
Oh, that's such a good attitude.
Yeah, you just kind of have to, you know, wait for inspiration to strike in some of those situations, I think. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Who is your target audience for the fiction novels?
Oh gosh, women.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I would say women that enjoy reading thrillers. So yeah, it's definitely in the thriller category. Yeah,
Very exciting.
So,
And that was
Yeah.
September of 26 and September of 27.
correct.
We'll have to
Okay.
slate those in, Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to come back and tell you more about it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be
Absolutely.
so great. Yeah, we sat down earlier this month and we're like, you know what, we should maybe have more of like a plan, because we're kind of just like, oh, let's read this book next, and then we're realizing like we're not telling anybody that, so they can't like prep with us and read with us, and we're like, okay, yeah, we should get a little bit more of a game plan going.
Well, I was listening to your episode about the women, and that was a book that I literally just read too.
Yes.
And just so many good points. Like, you're really providing, you know, so much color as far as the characters and just, you know, the feeling behind it, the trigger warnings, all the things. And it's, so that's why I put the thing out today. I was like, you guys need to follow these ladies. You know, they're going to give you great recommendations, because sometimes, you know, that's the biggest hurdle. It's like, I want to read something that I love, but I don't know what that is, because, you know, everybody has different opinions of books. But when you really connect with someone on, you know, what they are looking for, you know, what you guys are looking for, and what you had to say about that particular book, it's pretty exciting. So,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
you.
We just love it. Yeah, we get so excited. We love to talk about it. We love to share. Oh.
Yeah, that was so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking our content.
Yes.
That's the dream
yeah.
right there.
It's good to
Yes.
know there's one other person in the world who's listening to us outside our circle.
Stop. That's not true at all. You guys are doing great.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so in your memoir, you told us that you had 3 publishers that were interested in like signing
Picking
with
up,
you,
yeah.
or however that works. How did you end up with 3, and how did you choose?
So I cast a super wide net.
Oh yeah, sure.
I sent out a lot of queries, but I'll tell you, so when I have 2 degrees in opera, so I had no idea about the publishing process. I researched it extensively, but I always thought you had to have like an MFA in creative writing to even apply to have your book considered, right?
Sure.
So when I started looking into it, and, you know, there weren't these strict parameters around it, and, you know, definitely every publisher has, you know, their guidelines. You want to follow the guidelines, but I kind of looked at it as like a fun project. You know, you research, okay, what do the publishers really look for in a query letter? So you do all the research on the query letters. You try to find those hooks. You try to find a way to, you know, commit to a marketing plan without overcommitting. And, you know, there's just a lot of components, but it was kind of fun, like writing the pitches and just, you know, learning what different publishers were looking for. And some of them are like super specific, you know, the subgenres, and they'll be,
Sure.
they'll tell you like, you know, they want fiction that's romantic with aliens or with, you know, it's just, you know, it's super specific. So
Yeah.
it was kind of always fun, like, you know, gearing those letters to really, it made me feel good that they could see that I was reading what they really wanted. Because so many people, I'm sure, would send out like, you know, blanket letters to, hundreds of people and just let the cards fall where they may. But I wanted to be a little more intentional than that. So I looked for, publishers that seemed to, I don't know, have a similar culture to, what I was trying to put out there, people that were looking for inspirational content. And so I met with 3 different publishers, did Zoom meetings, and Library Tales really came out ahead. And we went to New York and had a great meeting in person.
Wow, so fun.
We even did my husband and I did an event at did you watch the show You?
Yes.
You know that show on Netflix? So we had it at that bookstore. We had our event at that bookstore.
Very cool. That's
it was
awesome.
really fun. Yeah,
what
they
a
had
fun
a
little
resident
tidbit.
cat. Yeah. So it was just, it
That's
was
a
an
real place.
experience. It is. It's really charming. And the man that owns it is just, he's an old soul and just really, he's been doing this for a long time, and he's very passionate about the community and about authors. And so it's just been a really special journey. The people that you meet, I met a really special woman that worked there that, she was brave enough to share part of her own story with me after, the event. And that's what this is all about. It's all about, it's bigger than me. It's trying to provide, perspective, a light in the middle of someone else's storm. So it's, it's been an amazing ride.
Oh, that's so beautiful and so interesting and insightful. We have no experience in the backstory of how does this story become a book? How does that happen? So we love finding out information like that. That's so helpful and just so fascinating to me.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
So
you
what
asking.
are some hot tips or hot takes that you have for someone who's maybe in your shoes, hoping to publish a book? Doesn't have to be a memoir, but maybe, they're writing the fiction alien romance. What would be some tips or advice you could share for that?
Well, their manuscript has to obviously be very clean, no typos, no spelling, grammar, all that stuff. It has to be, as professional as possible. Publishers are very clear on their word count guidelines. If they ask for 80,000, don't send 65. And make sure you've read everything really carefully and make sure that, you have all those components in your package. Because if you don't have one component, let's say you forget to put your bio or something in there, they might just disregard your entire package where, that might have been a great fit otherwise. So it is definitely a process. You have to, you have to be ready to devote a lot of time to that, to the whole marketing of your book, not just the pitch, but the overall marketing plan.
The whole shebang. So attention to detail matters.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. And the social media thing, oh my gosh, I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I don't know how I do it either.
It is, I've literally just this year started connecting with more readers on Instagram. I think I was just pretty much a novice at that platform for a long time. And now, people are so nice. You reach out to them and you ask them, you say, oh my gosh, I just read that book. Tell me what you thought. And, it's a very friendly, bookish environment, but it takes time and energy to connect, to make those connections.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we are finding it such a welcoming place too. But I've basically abandoned TikTok. I can't keep 2 platforms going. It's so much.
I know. TikTok is overwhelming to me.
So sorry, TikTok.
And I am eternally grateful to Leah for managing our social media.
You guys do a great job.
Jordan does all the editing and I do the socials. So
Yeah, Leah's doing all the socials. I'm just I'll pop in there and you'll see me comment on our posts from my personal account. But Leah just tells me all the things and sends me screenshots of all the super good things going on there. She's like, look at this happen today.
But that's the team. That's the whole team effort. One of you's doing the editing, one of you's doing the social media, and then you're tackling the interviews together. I mean, that's the way it should be. So
feels good. Feels right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. That's right. One person can't do everything and vice versa. So,
No.
yeah, agreed.
So your last chapter that you added is just beautiful. I mean, the whole story, the whole memoir is just so positive and uplifting and motivational. Like, I will be honest, I was a little nervous tackling a memoir. I'm not a huge memoir person, but I was nervous with all the trauma too. I was like, oh, is this just going to be a real sad book? But it really was not. Like, you did such an excellent job of like shining the light and bringing the positivity and just giving some like really practical advice for what someone could do. And you weren't like, oh, this is what's going to fix you. Like, you were just so raw and beautiful and powerful and just so good. But how do you do that? How do you not find yourselves getting dragged in the weeds and just focusing on the bad and the negative?
You know, it's interesting. So nothing really fundamentally bad happened to me until I was 18. And I don't know whether it was because I had a pretty happy childhood. And then, you know, because of the great foundation of a loving mother and father and sister and friends and, you know, community in general, that kind of gave me the foundation I needed to be able to handle the waterfall of adversity that followed. Because it literally felt like one thing after another for decades.
Yeah.
And I think I just always, like, even in the midst of tragedy, you know, really great things would happen. So, you know, even after cancer and all these doctors said, oh, you'll never have children. And then I had 2 children, you know, against all the odds, you know, first try, and they were healthy. And, you know, the 3 of us have been through a lot together, but they are such happy adults and so focused and excited about life. And I think about, you know, the all the other stuff, you know, it's always been the 3 of us. And I feel like they were kind of my driving force. You know, they're 21 and 20 now. And so, you know, I always had this driving force to keep me positive, you know, to keep me encouraging them. And you read the book, you know, their dad passed away suddenly from a heart attack 2 years ago. And it was the worst day of my life. Just like seeing my 2 children, you know, enduring the worst possible thing that a child can go through. And, but, you know, it's funny. It's, they have rebounded and they are, you know, still positive people. We're getting through it all together. But I wanted to be able to provide some of those stories for other people, because other people are, you know, living their own rock bottom situations. They don't have any hope. You know, I think back to, you know, The Women, the book we just read, our protagonist, Frankie, and all the things she went through, her mental health spiral, all the things she had that she was trying to overcome. And, you know, we all know a Frankie. I think we all know somebody that is in the eye of the storm and they cannot find their way out of it. And I wanted to be able to provide, you know, I think sometimes the greatest gift we can provide is perspective. You know, they may not know exactly, I may not know exactly what someone else who, you know, had a loss or had a, you know, domestic violence situation or anything like that. I may not know exactly what they went through, but I know some of what they were feeling. And so trying to be transparent and vulnerable about that in a book let me know that, okay, well, maybe this was all for something. Like maybe this is going to save someone else's life, you know, or provide them with some tools to take that next step.
I love that. Just the perspective. Like, that's so good.
Well, thank you.
And we know that there's a lot of people in the world going through their own trenches right now in whatever shape or form that takes. And you leaning into your faith, I think, is really something that a lot of people turn to in times of need. So it's, but also there's the other hand where people turn away from it and they're angry and they don't know how to, you know, come back and find God through their times of struggle. So it was really inspirational to read that, how important that was in your journey.
Well, thank you for mentioning that, Jordan, because I think that is kind of the through line. When someone tells you, I mean, you guys, you're about to have children, you have children. When someone tells you, when your biggest dream, which was mine, was to have kids, and someone says you're never going to do it, and then you do it, that event, those two events right there, those two children, like, made me believe in miracles, made me believe that, God is going to give me the things that I really need and want to have if I just believe and stay the course. And so, I reflect on that example all the time. People, I know I have several friends who kind of the same situation, they were told they wouldn't have children, and then some miracle occurred and they ended up having kids, sometimes after 40. So you just never know. You have to believe. And I think faith is a powerful thing.
Totally. I mean, that's so, Jordan and I both, kind of had our own infertility struggles in different ways. So we totally vibe and relate to that. And like, I agree. Like, God gives you, the things that you need and ask for when the timing is right. And so it's so beautiful when that can manifest and those dreams can come true.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad for you guys that you had that positive experience too. I can't wait to hear how Jordan enjoys motherhood. I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
She's got a little bump right now. I came over. I was like,
oh, I bet you're so cute.
Oh, thanks. I don't feel cute.
Oh, but you are. I promise.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. I just feel very bloated and uncomfortable.
Well,
it'll be good though. Yeah, we're
we have a
super
lot to look
excited.
forward to.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, we're very excited. Yeah. So I just patted my belly. You can't see.
You can.
Oh, that's good. So sweet. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I loved the whole just tiger motif throughout. I thought that was so great. I love the tiger acronym. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Does each component kind of carry equal weight? Is there a logical progression to it? Or is it more just kind of a pick and choose menu and grab what you need from it?
That's a good question. I guess it kind of depends on the reader. The first one, trust your intuition. So, I mentioned that could pertain to safety or decision making. But for me, it was always passion and purpose, like trusting your passion and purpose. And I think back to, like, maybe you guys have a memory like this. When you're a little girl, you're laying in your bed and you're so excited because something really big is happening the next day. Maybe it's like Christmas Eve and you want to see what Santa's going to bring you, or maybe the next day you're going to go to Disney World for the first time. That to me felt like pure passion, right? Situational, but pure passion. It's the thing that's going to get you out of bed. You're super excited about it. And what I've discovered recently is that less than 20% of the population truly knows what their passion is.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sad.
And it is sad. And it could pertain more to like professional passions, but I just think, and they can change. I would say my foundational passion from, the time I was a child, or a teenager, was helping people. Maybe it looked different, every season of life, but I've always known that was my passion. But, imagine going to work and just going through the motions, or, staying at home with your kids and going through the motions and like not having that focus. It's kind of sad. Yeah. So to me, if you're going through a tragedy, if you can try to connect to passion or purpose or both, it gives you something positive to focus on, even if it's adjacent to, the main show of whatever the crisis is. It's something positive that you can kind of grab onto. The second one, invest in yourself. Obviously, if you're in the trenches, if you're really going through something really hard, I do think that's a really important one, because it's not just, a financial investment in your therapeutic health. It could be an investment of time. The thing that helped me the most, and this was after COVID, I wrote everything down, but then I was like, why don't I feel better? I was like, I got it all out. Why don't I feel better?
Yep.
And I think it was just so much anxiety, around like sharing the super personal stuff. Leah, I remember you saying something in the women podcast where you said, "Oh, men from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they didn't share emotions." Mm-hmm. And like, I was very much raised by the silent generation mandate. Sure. Both of my grandfathers fought in World War II. They didn't talk about it, and I felt like, the behavior of suppression was passed down. It's generational.
Just push it in there, keep it down.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, you just push it and push it and push it, and then it erupts like a volcano. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so what really helped me in the Invest in Yourself segment there was EMDR therapy. Are you guys familiar?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yep.
Oh, you have? Did you like it?
Sometimes, yes. That's like the listening to, or wait, am I thinking of something different?
So EMDR is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It's like, it's non-invasive. It's reprocessing memories through bilateral eye movements.
Oh, okay. Nope, I didn't do that. I did this like music therapy where you like listen to music and then like listen to your body.
That sounds cool.
It was cool. Yeah, it was a little bit painful sometimes, but where you're like, actually, my elbows are really achy right now. I don't want to think about this anymore. Okay, sorry. Continue with, what was it? EMDR?
EMDR, yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically training you to take the original negative belief around yourself or around the event and transfer it into a positive belief. It's complicated. I'm not a practitioner by any means, but there is a website. It's emdr.com. They have the practitioners that are, licensed to do it on there by state, goes through the whole process. But I really liked it because I had a lot of shame around like some of the trigger warning sexual assault stuff. Mm-hmm. And honestly, a lot of guilt about how that was going to affect my family because one of my predators was in my family. Mm-hmm. And so I just felt like I needed to release all of that. And so now, because I literally went through every single trauma one by one, and now I'm not triggered. It's just simply a part of my history. So it allows me to talk about it and not feel guilt or feel shame or whatever. It's just something that it was more important to help other people than to make my family feel comfortable. And my parents were amazing. They were super supportive, and it was special to be able to walk through that together because I suspect that they had some guilt around that too. Sure. But not that they could have predicted how somebody would act. But it's just amazing when that mandate from someone that was born in 1910 could be passed down, and how we can kind of reprogram that for the future generations, because I would never want any of my children to feel like they had to suppress something. They should be able to say anything that they need to say out loud. So
absolutely. Yeah. I love that. Allie, you're going to make me cry.
Oh, no crying.
Oh, it's just so good.
That is really, really good. I'm so happy you're in this place for yourself.
And like helping others too. That's the best part of it. Like, it's so awesome that you were able personally just to heal from all that in and of itself is huge, and a huge accomplishment and a huge win. And that would have been enough just to stop there, but you didn't. Like, you kept going, and you're just spreading all of this love and positivity to other people. And that is just so awesome.
Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Well, we're doing it together because you guys are putting out the awesome vibes too. That's great.
Yeah.
More positivity.
All right, Jordan, you ask a question. Definitely. I've been hijacking all these.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
You've been doing fantastic. I've been coming in with my own.
You've been doing great. Yeah, we're doing the yin and the yang. It's great.
Yeah, you're doing great. I love it.
So, what's been your favorite career?
I'm dying to hear this answer.
I was pondering that one for several days, and I guess there were parts of all of the different careers that I've been in. So as an opera singer and as a music educator, it was really cool to be able to introduce young professionals to art as an opportunity for fulfillment. That was the whole passion piece of trying to get other people to find interests outside of, going to work every day. That was a really cool experience. I don't think that my personality was super well suited for opera performance. I just feel like it was a lot of pressure,
Yeah, I remember you saying that, like, you can't talk, you have to drink this, you have to go to bed at this time.
Yes.
Like, oh, that'd be hard.
I mean, can you guys imagine a life with no coffee, ice cream, or wine? Like, it was super miserable.
No. I read that and was like, absolutely not for me.
It was tough. It was, I felt like, okay, this was a cool thing to do, but now it's time to move on to something else, So,
Totally.
Yeah. I think anything that allowed me to be home with the kids at night. So the writing and, working in our Domino's franchise was super fulfilling. I love being around people. I loved hearing their stories. And so yeah, I'm a people person. So being able to support other people. And, I think back before I wrote the book, you would hear stories and, there wasn't always an opportunity to share perspective. But I think that's where, the idea started to take shape, was just, we, in our business, we were meeting a lot of people that, had rough childhoods or, rough start to professional career. And so to be able to support them and listen to them was pretty special. So
Yeah.
I hope I answered your question.
I love that. Yes. What is a piece of advice you'd give to someone who is maybe having some trouble processing or acknowledging some past trauma?
To be kind to yourself is the first one. There's, I think you really have to take the time to work through all the pieces of it and then decide how you want to proceed. EMDR is a big time commitment, and it is an investment of money as well. And so, I always promote like group therapy, because sometimes, like we were saying earlier, hearing someone else's story, like within the, whether it's an AA meeting or whether it's a loss meeting or a divorce support group, hearing someone's story who's going through pretty much the same season that you're going through can be super powerful. Having that accountability partner, when you're low, and knowing you can call them and say, oh my gosh, I just had this thought. And they say, oh my gosh, I felt that way, 2 weeks ago. And there's a lot of, strength in that, strength in numbers. So, finding your circle, finding your people, and not, banishing yourself to solitude because you are afraid, somebody will judge you, or you're afraid that, you just need to push it down and it'll go away. It doesn't go away, right?
Can't push it down.
It always resurfaces, and at the worst possible times. So, especially as parents, right? Because we want to show up as the best version of ourselves for our kids. We don't want to be like wackadoodles, when our kids need us most. Oh my gosh, yeah. My kids have this thing. I don't know if your kids say this, Leah. Maybe they're too young, but my son will say, gosh, Mom, you are tweaking right now. And it's like, you know what, baby, I am tweaking because I love you. That's just part of the job. But, it's just funny. We make these jokes about it and stuff like that, but you do want to show up, you want to be obviously yourself, but you want them to know they can count on you, and that you're going to be, in the best possible mental health condition for your kids. So, if there's ever a question, do it for them. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for them, do it for your extended family.
Ugh, totally. So, you should write a book. This is so good.
You're so sweet.
Leah, do your students ever say that?
Tweaking? No, it's crashing out now. That's what it's.
Crashing out.
That's the new one. Yep. You're crashing out.
That means you're weird?
That means you're having a freak out moment. Like you're getting all worked up.
Okay, crashing out.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep, like
Okay.
Romeo crashed out when he found out Juliet was dead, and we're like, no, she's not dead. Yeah. I
Oh
learned
my
so
gosh.
much slang for my students when we read Romeo and Juliet. Like Romeo's got no riz, and then oh my god, just all these other ones. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? I don't even know. You got to translate this for me.
The Riz, I love that. No Riz.
Wild.
Do
But
they
then
still
I
do the
try
6,
to like
7?
give it back to them, months later. But by then it's not cool anymore. So they're like, oh, come on.
The
can't
moment
keep
has
up.
passed.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. Do they use 6, 7? Is that gone now?
Well, in high school, it's not cool. I mean, it
Oh.
happens and they go, ugh, they like roll their eyes. But my 7-year-old is all about it. And he taught the baby. So 2-year-old baby is walking around going 6, 7. I'm like,
Oh my gosh. What? You have to get that on video.
I know. He just did it the other day walking through the kitchen. And I was like, wait, did he said that? You guys.
This is so funny.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know
I
any
love
of this
it.
happening.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll
I'm
come,
super
Jordan.
out of the world.
Oh, you are not missing out. Let me just
No,
tell you.
for real.
Doesn't sound like much right now.
But
No.
I told the 7-year-old, I was like, just so you know, like high schoolers don't think 6, 7 is cool. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, they think it's lame. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
The trends.
Gosh. Well, we'll have to just check in with Leah and she'll tell us when the trends are moving
keep you in
along
the know.
so we won't get embarrassed
That's right.
in certain
Oh,
circles.
yeah.
And be like,
Oh,
YOLO.
YOLO.
That was big my first year of teaching.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Oh.
That would check out. That was really big for me in college.
Yeah, which was,
Yeah.
Yep.
13 years ago.
Oh, too funny. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. We're
Okay,
almost to
okay,
the end.
You're good.
Oh, awesome. So do you want to tell us about some of your public speaking experiences with your promotional stuff that you've done for your books?
Yeah, absolutely. So public speaking was kind of an accident, like how I got into that. So it's actually funny. It was 10 years ago just about 10 years ago.
So YOLO.
Yeah, right? So my husband and I were rolling out this company culture campaign with our team. And so we were going around to the various stores and, kind of talking to people about just like the culture of pizza, because it's kind of interesting. Pizza is comfort in a box, and it's, what people typically want on their worst day. So we were really kind of coaching the kindness, initiative. And
That's so great. Yes, you're right.
it is, you just never know, we've all heard the quote, you never know the battles others are facing. So, that's kind of where that started. And so corporate learned what we were doing, and they invited us. Actually, they invited my husband. He was like, no, you should go do it. I'm like, no, you should go do it. And so, so I ended up speaking to 10,000 people at a Las Vegas conference. Yeah. It was
What?
crazy.
What? 10,000 people?
It was like 2 segments, so they weren't all 10,000 weren't all there, but it was
It
several
doesn't
thousand.
matter. That's so many people, and that's live. Oh, that's terrifying.
Well, it was, but it was like we had been doing it for, months and months and months, and we really believed in it. We
Yeah.
really wanted to help, like QSRs or, quick service restaurants have a lot of problems with retention. So we were really trying to help, our peers, other franchise leaders with their retention issues. So that's kind of where it started. And then, with the book, it's, sometimes it's hard to just, go online and say, hey, buy this book. It's easier if you, go meet with different groups. So I went to a lot of women's groups and went to some colleges, bookstores, that kind of thing, and just kind of tried to talk about the TIGER acronym, but also just like pieces of the stories and how they, work together to mobilize healing. So that was kind of where that started. So I've done, I guess, 50 locations in the last 3 years. So yeah,
That's
it's been
awesome.
really fun. I've met up some really
That's
amazing
a lot
people.
of travel.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of travel.
It was, and I tried to keep it like within a few hours, so I wasn't,
Sure.
we did a couple of flights, but it was mainly like within a few hours so I could drive. But yeah,
Okay.
it was a fun season for that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do some podcasts this year.
Yeah.
Oh, very fun.
Stay in my chair instead of in my car. So we'll see how that
Yes.
goes.
Smart.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, that's so
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Our favorite question.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this one too.
What's your favorite fancy coffee drink?
Oh, I'm excited to tell you because you guys have this brand in your city. Do you know Caribou Coffee?
Yeah, we do.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Caribou is how I started drinking coffee in college. And I grew up in a rural town. We didn't really have we had like a mom and pop coffee shop, but we didn't have like a Starbucks or anything like that. And so in college, I was like, oh, I don't really know if I'm a coffee drinker, but they had this drink. I don't know if you've ever had it. It's called the Light White Berry Mocha. Have you ever had it?
No.
Is
I
this
don't
the one
think it's
that was
on-
in your book?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
the go. Okay. Yep.
So, but I don't think it's on their menu, but you can still order it. It's like white chocolate mocha and raspberry, and it's so good.
Oh
It's
boy.
really good.
Ooh.
So, what's your favorite? What are your favorites?
Oh man, I'm pretty easy. I like anything with caramel, like a good caramel latte.
Ooh, yeah,
No
That's a good
lavender
one.
though. Don't put that anywhere near my coffee.
yeah. I don't like lavender either. Doesn't make sense to me. That's like a
Smells
tea
good,
thing.
but I don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. How about you, Jordan?
Mine is probably the Starbucks cold brew with sweet cream.
Ooh, they
That's
do
like
Okay, I
my
drink that a lot.
go-to.
I love it. So
Oh,
good.
it's so good. I love everything about it. There's no flaw in that drink whatsoever.
I know, and it does the trick. Like you feel so like energized and ready for your day. Like I shudder to think how much caffeine is in that sucker, but it's good.
I miss it. I miss it dearly. I am absolutely having one as soon as this baby's out of me.
Oh, I know you do. They don't do a decaf version, I guess.
Not of cold brew. No,
Oh yeah, that'd be.
not cold brew.
Maybe of like an iced coffee that's decaf or something. I know it won't be
It's
the
just not
same.
going to be the
but
same. Yeah.
I
So you
know.
go get it, Jordan, and then you just have a couple sips each day for a week. You just keep
Oh.
putting it back in the fridge.
That's
That
right.
sounds like some willpower there.
Yeah, you have more willpower than me. That's tough.
I don't think I
Definitely.
could do that. That's not in my current state. The willpower is like out the window.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
having this.
Yeah, if
Are
I
you
want
having
it,
cravings?
it's yeah, I've been like it's like going in phases where it's like I only want to eat this one food and then I get repulsed by that one food and then I have to move on to the next
no.
one. Yeah, so like there was a time period where I was having a virgin Bloody Mary every day and now I can't even
Nice.
have it near me. It's just like blah.
Oh,
So
Wow.
my current obsession is flaming hot Cheetos.
I love flaming hot Cheetos. Oh my gosh.
fun. That sounds fun. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
a cold brew, but it's still fun food, right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, sometimes I'm like, well, do I need this? But I'm like, ugh, who
It's for
cares?
the baby.
I still
Yeah.
have some fruits and vegetables in my day. I can have some Cheetos.
Good.
That's right. You have your Cheetos.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how much longer that lasts. That's been about a week.
All right.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah,
Funny.
But you felt pretty good.
just recently. I had a very, very tough first trimester, so I'm very grateful to be out of that and just being able to eat anything. So things are definitely looking up.
What do you think, Leah? I'm feeling girl with that statement.
I
was so
know.
sick with my girl and not with my boy.
I
No
had-
wonder.
Yeah, my first one, I had nothing, no symptoms. My second one, I was like a little nauseous, and then got a little more nauseous with the third boy, but no, like not like she had. So
I was like, I even was getting sick in the car.
Oh, no.
So like,
Oh,
I was
no.
like we're in Wisconsin. I was thrown up in snowbanks anytime I was in the car. It was terrible.
No. Oh, gosh.
I was like, I have to stop going places. Thank goodness I work from home. Otherwise, that would have been terrible.
Oh, Jordan,
So,
that's tough.
I'm in a much better place now. So we're
Yay.
cooking. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you look like
Yeah.
you feel good. That's good.
Yeah. It's a world of a difference how when you can eat, you feel better.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
For
yeah.
sure.
Well, thank you for asking. So we're coming up on the end here. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Let's see. I guess I didn't finish out the TIGER acronym. And I would say that the other most important thing is to exercise self-care and not be afraid to reinvent yourself. That's something I've had to do, oh gosh, many times. And a couple of the times I didn't really have a choice. But it's so interesting. Like, I didn't really talk about my divorce very much, but like the divorce led me to my happiest life. And my first husband and I really began to co-parent quite well together before he passed away, sadly. And I found my soulmate, and it was really beautiful. So, divorce is terrible, and, I really feel for anybody going through that. But sometimes, the end result can be better than what you even imagined. So just to have hope, things are going to get better.
I like that. And I feel like that's just like the God handed it too, like in the moment, you don't see why this is happening, but sometimes, even years down the road, you can look back on it and it kind of makes sense, and that you can see how the path got you to where you are today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was trying to think. I was like, did we finish Tiger? So I'm glad you remembered to bring that back up.
Yeah. Well, it's all in the book. So, if people are interested in the specifics of each of those directives, it's all in there. For sure.
You absolutely should check out, people. So if you haven't, this is your call. Go get it, because it will not disappoint. It's a quick, very easy to process, digest, but it's so good. It's just so beautiful and powerful and inspirational and uplifting, and I can't say enough good things about it.
Oh, Leah, Jordan, you guys are so kind. I really appreciate it. It's very difficult to put yourself out there and not know what people are going to think, and it's truly an honor for me to be able to connect with you guys, and I appreciate your support more than I can say.
Yeah, we're so happy to meet you and talk. This is just, it's been so
fun.
lovely.
We're getting to meet so many interesting people. And like you said, the bookish community on Instagram is so supportive and sweet. And we're just having the best time meeting all these new people. So thank you so much for reaching out and sharing your story with the world. And we're super excited to read your fiction books coming up. So that'll be really fun.
Thank you so much. I will keep you guys posted, and I will send other authors your way if you'd like me to.
Oh, please,
I know some wonderful people that you guys would have a great chat with. So
yeah,
I'm happy
absolutely.
to pass them along.
Yeah. So, Allie, how can our listeners connect with you? Email, social media? How do you want them to follow you?
Instagram and TikTok, I guess, are the easiest. At Allie Shaw Authors, probably the easiest way. Even though TikTok, as we mentioned before,
so hard.
I neglect it so bad. Oh my gosh, it's hard. But maybe next year, right?
That'll be a good goal.
2027.
That's our year. Yeah. That's our year.
TikTok year.
Yes, we're gonna do it.
No, I appreciate it. Would love
Ellie,
to connect
this has
with
just been
readers.
So wonderful. I so hope that the podcast helps drive some more people to your book, because it's such a beautiful book. Like, even if you're not in a bad place, it's just a good, inspirational book, and honestly interesting. Your life, fascinating.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time. Sorry for the technological difficulties at the beginning.
Oh, thank you for the important work you guys are doing. Like, this is awesome. I hope that you continue to have fun with it. And I know you're going to continue to get so many followers because you're just doing such a great thing.
Same to you.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, we're definitely going to be in touch.
Yeah.
So
Sounds great. Well, enjoy the rest of your pregnancy and Happy New Year again. It was wonderful to talk with you both.
Take care.
yeah, you too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.